I am Nayan Itang, and my presentation about fiscal policy since 1948 to the present. Federal fiscal policy since the Employment Act of 1946. Kit-free Garrison. This Employment Act of 1946 assists to the federal government the official responsibility to achieve and maintain a high level of employment according to the Act. The Congress hereby to declare that is the continuous policy responsibility of the federal government to use all practicable means to promote maximum employment, produce and purchase prove, while the Act does not speak how it is to achieve this goal. Moral and visual policies over the past 40 years have evolved into the primary tools of established policy. The general purpose of this article is to summarize fiscal policy since the Employment Act 1956, that mean that significance of fiscal policy as is discussed, including some measure problems associated with fiscal action, different measure of fiscal action during the period when the space of economic activity was significantly above or below trade or maximum to determine whether the direction of fiscal action generally has been consistent with the Employment Act. The meaning of fiscal policy. Fiscal policy is the use of federal expenditure and taxes to establish the economy. Two aspects of this definition required to certification. First, from the most important part, the government does not control directly the dollar amount of expenditure or taxes. Instead, it controls a specific program and the structure of the tax rates. Second, to evaluate fiscal policy, a more special definition of economy established is required, defining fiscal action. To the Congress is originally responsible to establish various expenditure programs. Indeed, it must appropriate funds each year to keep a program in place. The dollar cost of implementing the main timing such as program depend on economic contains include government in the general level of price. Similarly, through the Congress legislative tax rate, the performance of the economy is conjunction with this state determine the dollar amount of tax rates. Once a tax structures establish, the rates are programming the particular war without any further action by the government. The 1962 Economic Response Report of the President, the government control problem diagrams calls in the figure pane program shows down below action mainly decline employment and real GPS increased contribution with given structure tax rate lane. The purpose of the VNIC 52 also certain that function of the level of GNP, the bottom portion of the A fiscal action. This case an incredible spinning pro diagram is shown in the separate set of